भूतले हे भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिनि नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for coming, for joining this session, this last session of the first canto of Srimad Brihad Bhagavatamrita. So I'll start with the prayers of Sanatana to Srila Sanatana Goswami. वैराग्ययुक्भक्तिरसा प्रयत्नै आपाययन् अनभीप्सुम् andam कृपाम्बुदीर्या परदुःखदुःखी सनातनं तं प्रभुम् आश्रयामि. This is from Vilapa Kusmanjali, verse 6. The translation is, I take shelter in him, my master, Sanatana, an ocean of grace sorrowful only because of others' sorrow, who induced me, although I was blind and unwilling, to drink the rasa of bhakti combined with vairagya. Srila Sanatana Goswami ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Great. So, who remembers, what we discussed last in the last class? Anybody, any one point? Uh, so Yadu's in the last session we discussed about Yadu glorifying uh, Yadav was glorifying Uddhava, right? And then Narada Muni comes to Uddhava, and when he comes to Dwaraka, of course, he knows the way, but then because of that ecstasy to meet the Krishna, Uddhava, he actually shows all the symptoms, all the emotions, and he meets Uddhava. When he meets Uddhava, there he sees Balramji and then Devaki, Rohini, Rukmini, Padmavati, everybody around Krishna. And what Narada Muni sees is Krishna is still sleeping, and Uddhava is so disturbed. He is, deeply disturbed because Krishna usually by this time, usually he gets up and then he comes to that assembly where all the Yadavas, the king and all the ministers were waiting. So today, that didn't happen, and he has just covered with blanket and he's still sleeping. And nobody, dared to wake him up, and all are deeply looking at Krishna when he will get up, and everybody are disturbed. Rukmini Devi, everybody are disturbed. So we saw that, and then Narada Muni comes there, and he glorifies Uddhava. He's saying Krishna himself said that Brahma, Shiva, Lakshmi, Garuda, Balram, and he himself. That means, Narada Muni himself is saying that even me is not as dear as Uddhava. So this is Krishna himself declared. So Uddhava, you please show your the dust of your lotus feet, and then I want to take it. That's how in a humble state Narada Muni is, praying, and Uddhava becomes, hearing this, he becomes very ashamed, very, in a very embarrassing situation. He'll cry and he'll say, he'll touch Narada's lotus feet, and he'll say, "Oh, do you think that I'm the receiver of Krishna's mercy? If that's the case, then he gives the incidents which we discussed last session. What was that? He says that pastime where Uddhava was sent to Vrindavan to meet Vrajavasis. Actually, to Krishna sends Uddhava to console them, to console Brajavasis, and with a letter and gifts. And when he goes very proudly, thinking that because he is very close associate, right? So he feels that he can do that, he can console them. But then when he goes and sees Brajavasis, their plight, their situation, their love for Krishna, uh, his his pride gets crushed, and he understands that um, their love is far, 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 far superior than uh, his love for Uddhava's love for Krishna. And he says, I should simply dedicate my life in glorifying their qualities. And he also did tapasya. Uh, to become a blade of a grass in Vrindavan, or a leaf in a Vrindavan, uh, so that all the Vrajavasis, while going here and there, wandering in Vraja, in Vrindavan, they will put their lotus feet on Uddhava's head. So that humble he'll become, and he says this to Narada, that in fact, by seeing their love and by being with them, I understood that I received their mercy. By associating them with them, I have received the mercy of Krishna. So then um, he further says, please do not ask more of this, because Krishna is sleeping, and if he gets awakened, and then if he remembers all this, he'll miss more. So please don't ask further. And then he'll say that Rohini Devi, she was there in Vrindavan, and she knows, she could understand how Vrajavasis, and especially Yashoda Maya, Nanda Maharaj, how their separation of Krishna, and their state of mind, everything. And she came to Dwaraka. She returned to Dwaraka, and she knows. So just hearing that, immediately Rohini Devi, what she couldn't control her tears. She'll start crying, and she'll say, mm, that how Brajavas is actually, they're just living, but they're 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 actually dying. uh, that's what she says, like, they are like, without Krishna, they are a living corpse, in the sense it's like a dead body, living dead bodies. Means they're only thinking of Krishna. They're crying, and their tears are like, even the stones has melted, and then thunderbolts has been shattered. So basically, because she has seen that, she's describing that. And then she says, is this a mercy? Because hearing all this, I came and then I told to Krishna, that they're not eating, they're not sleeping, they're only crying. They're only crying for what? Krishna's return, and I told Krishna to go back to show your mercy. But then what Krishna did is, instead of he going himself, he sent you. And she's saying, Uddhava, is this you're saying it's Krishna's mercy, right? Is this really Krishna's mercy? And then she further says that there were so many countless calamities, like asuras, Putana, Kesi, Aga, Bakasura, so many. Even the demigods, didn't spare Vrajabasis. Um, they were also, like, troubling. Indra, Varuna, the sons of Kubera. How the sons of Kubera? It's like um the trees. So here, what they're saying is, when the trees fell, right, it's almost like it killed Krishna. But then all these things, Rajavasis didn't feel the pain, didn't feel that there was a big trouble because Krishna was there. But now, this is Rukmini Devi's Rohini Devi is saying, not Rukmini Devi, Rohini Devi is saying, but all this pain they were able to bear it because Krishna was there. And in fact, they didn't feel that pain, but now they are feeling that pain because Krishna is far away. He's not there. He has not returned, and they are just waiting for his return. And in fact, she promised that Krishna will come and I'll go and inform. So this is what when she said that, and she's saying, like, you should go. Padmavati, she became Padmavati. We discussed last. Who is Padmavati? Can anybody tell who is this Padmavati? We discussed in the last session.
Kamsa mother.
Kamsa's mother. So she says, uh, because she's saying, Rohini Devi is saying, right? So with all this, Krishna will, like, go, and then she will also have to go and become one of the villager. Like that, she thinks, and then she says, she argues it. She says, actually, in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, Krishna was there for how long? Anybody? Exact year and month? Like, at least close. How many years Krishna was there in Vrindavan before coming to Mathura?
8.5, Mataji.
Uh,
8.5 years he
no,
was.
11.
11. Yeah, 11 years, 8 months.
8 months.
Yeah, 11 years, 8 months he was there. And yes, he has enjoyed, all Nanda Maharaj's aspects. So definitely he owe. But today, what I will do is, I will ask my, this Padmavati is saying, okay, I'll ask my king husband, Ugrasena, to pay back doubly. And how that, she mentions that there is this Garga Rishi. He's a great astrologer and with a good mathematical knowledge. So I'll ask him to go there and calculate every detail of it, what Krishna has to pay. And then she also says that actually, uh, Krishna doesn't have to pay because these Brajavasis made Krishna. Krishna, um, what is that? Made him to go to forest, herd the cows, and then as a slavery, like he worked for them. So Nanda Maharaj has to pay. So then she again decides and says, okay, he doesn't have to pay back and we don't have to pay back. So like that, Padmavati puts her argument, and then um, Rohini Devi, she'll just ignore this, and then she says that she'll continue. Basically, she'll continue, and she says after killing Kamsa, Krishna was retiring, and then I reminded him that he has to go back, because he had promised Nanda Maharaj that he will return after doing this. But then Krishna forgot the Vrinda Brajavasis, and he forgot. The minute that she says that she forgot, and then he missed out. Rukmini Devi immediately reveals the Krishna's inner pain. What is that? So Rukmini Devi says that it's not one night; it's every night. Krishna, when he sleeps, he always cries. He always cry for cows, and he calls out the names of the cows, cowherd boys, gopis, and he also plays, as if like he's playing a flute. He takes his flute and he weeps, taking my sari and calling out all the gopis' names. And sometimes he's also like in the Tribanga way. He is like in the sleep mode. He's like sleeping in that mode and playing. And she says that today, like yesterday night, this something similar thing has happened. A long dream he had, and then that is why is still sleeping. So one such dream has happened, and that's why he's still sleeping. So Rukmini Devi is saying this this is not that he has forgotten. He remembers. In the night he is remembering. He is calling out all the names, and he's weeping. And when he is weeping, his pillow, everything becomes so wet uh, because of his continuous tears. Now, Satyabhama and other queens, they will also, confess, and then they'll say, Rukmini Devi, you are saying about the night. We have witnessed not just the night, but even the day. Not just the day, even in a complete, fully awakened state, Krishna is thinking as if we are like mere mortals. Like he in just in front of us, he's not even caring. He's not even thinking that we his wives are here, but he's calling the gopis name. He's calling the Gopa's name, and as if he's like he's playing there. So Satyabhama says one more thing, that we are just wives for the namesake. But all the time he is thinking about the Vrajavasis, the gopis, the cows, the peacock, everything. I mean, it's when we say Vrajavasis, it's not just the gopis. It's gopas, cows, peacock, birds, every living being. Krishna is thinking. Krishna is missing. Then. Then Satyabhama says this, and then Balram becomes very angry that all these queens are saying, and he defends his mother Rohini Devi, and he recalls, like I remember, he asked me to go and console the Brajavasis. And I was there not for one day, for 2 months I was there. And actually, Brajavasis were like, asking me to stay for longer, but I had to return. And every time, every day, I was promising one thing. What is that? Krishna will return. Krishna will return. definitely Krishna will return. And for that, what all he did, he built nice, beautiful houses there, and the pastimes he placed there. And he said, now Krishna will return once I go back and I will tell him. And Krishna will return, and you know, you all will play, you all will play with Krishna. So, so much that I promised. And when I came and told to Krishna, um, well, that the Brajavasis are like, uh, need you, not me, like that. And then when I explained the whole thing, what was that Krishna said? He only said one thing. What is that? I'll go. I'll go, as he said. But then Balram is saying, um, if somebody says, and then if they say something, we also have to see their action, right? Um, but here I understood that Krishna, just I could understand because that was only his words, but I did not see his action. His action is like, he remained in Dwarka. He did not go. So Balram is like actually getting angry and saying that, Krishna did not go back to Vrindavan. Then all this is going on when Krishna is actually sleeping, right? But he has covered the blanket. He's hearing everything, and then he couldn't bear. He came out of that sleep, and he came out to the place where all these devotees were assembled, and he came and he admitted, yeah, what you all are saying is so true. My heart is like, so hard. It's like um it's like a thunderbolt. It's like diamond, and it is not. So much Vrajavasis have done. I'm so cruel to them. Their then he remembers all the pastimes, that how all the mothers and the Vrajavasis, the cows, every part of it he remember, and he literally he's crying. He's crying and he's saying, I must do something for them, I must do something for them. That is when uh, he turns to who is the closer person. He turns to Balram, or he turns to Uddhava? He turns to Uddhava, and he says, Uddhava, please tell me what I should do. Please lift me from this ocean of sorrow. And he's crying, very profusely. He's crying. Um, he's accepting that, all of you, all of you are saying is so true, and I don't have that soft heart. Otherwise, I would have gone. I would have visited. Now turning to Uddhava and asking him, what should I do? So Uddhava says, so Uddhava is now he's saying, the minute Krishna turned to Uddhava, Uddhava is about to say, but then Devaki is like, she's a mother, right? So she gets like, a little tensed, that if Krishna goes to Vrindavan, and if he goes to Vrindavan, and what Vrajavasis will do, they'll bind him with love, and he will not return to Dwaraka. He return back to Dwaraka. So for a minute she'll think about that, and then she'll say, Krishna, give whatever the Vrajavasis want, whatever they desire, instead of I mean, she basically she doesn't want Krishna to go. She wants it's a mother love, right? So she says, please give whatever they want. Now, who gets tensed? This Padmavati gets very tensed, because this is a wealth. When Devaki is talking about give anything, that means it's a wealth, right? So she's like, she gives her. um, her solution, her presentation saying, "Oh, no need to give. Actually, why we should give and all." And then Krishna will ignore. Krishna will ignore Padmavati's uh, presentation, Padmavati's talk, and then she'll again turn to Uddhava and she'll say, "Do something. Tell me, what should I do?" And then now Uddhava will um, uh, remind that actually Krishna would have sent gifts and all, right? So he says that he actually cries out, he because Krishna is still not thinking of going back, and then all of these uh, queen and mother all are thinking that Brajavasis are interested in the wealth and all. So he's saying they don't need any power, any wealth, or any kind of pleasures. All they want is Krishna's return. All they want to see Krishna in Braja. And that's the only thing, it'll satisfy their hearts, nothing else. So he'll also remind mm, how when he took the gifts and how they reacted. Brajvasi said, "Oh, is this what Krishna thought about us? Uh, what does he think about himself, huh? It's better we die, huh? Rather receiving such costly gifts." So Uddhava will explain to them, and then he'll remind how Nanda Maharaj, when he when he returns, right, when he was returning, Krishna promises that I will return after completing all my duties. And then what he'll do, he'll send so many costlier gifts and all. So actually, Nanda Maharaj becomes very shocked. He'll get shocked for hearing that Krishna will not return with him. And now, still as a king, he also has to think about the Brajavasis, right? So like he takes some time, like 2-3 days, and then digest himself and uh, convinces himself, his mind, that yes, Krishna will come, and he'll go and give it to Brajavasis, and Brajavasis will again um, will will be looking forward for Krishna's return, and then they see these gifts, and then they reject it totally. Nand Maharaj, actually seeing their plight now, he'll become even more disturbed. How do I make these Yashoda, the gopis, the gopas, everyone? So he'll say, I have, as a king, as a father, I have a faith that Krishna will return. So he will be very happy if you all receive this. So when Nanda Maharaj gets those gifts, they'll accept it with only one intention, with only one thing, that will please Krishna. So their only goal and purpose and everything is just one thing: it should please Krishna. So even though they are in separation of Krishna, they are not you know in mood to dress up with those things. But what they'll think is, if Krishna comes, if Krishna returns, and when he sees them with his gifts, he'll be very happy. So just to please them, they will they will wear that. They'll accept that, and then Uddhava is saying one more thing. So this is the gift part. Now he is also saying that you sent me with a letter. What is that letter? Hmm? That letter said, um, oh, please know, my beloved, that I am the super soul in everyone heart, and you should always meditate on me, and be sure that I'll never be separated from you all as long as this material existence is there. Um, so he's saying I'm always reciprocating. So gopis, when they heard this, actually, the letter has come. It's not Krishna has come. First, when they saw Uddhava, they thought it is Krishna, but it's not Krishna. Now with Krishna, that one promise thing has come in a promise note, like a letter. So when Uddhava read out this, then they lost the complete hope of Krishna's return. They were like, uh, you know, uh, decided that okay, Krishna will not come, but Uddhava was promising them again and again and again that, please believe me in my words, and as soon as I go to Mathura, I will request Krishna to return. And if at all if you have that little faith in me, please bear and remember, Krishna will return. So this is what, with that letter he came. So all this Uddhava is reminding Krishna, and then he turns to Balram, and Balram says, oh, Balram will say, this is not the first time Krishna, he he did not he did not even care for Vrajavasis. So now Uddhava is crying, Balram is crying, Devaki is crying, Rohini is crying, and all the queens also are crying. Looking at this, first of all, Krishna is crying out of a separation, because that pastimes, and when he heard that Rajavasis are crying and not eating anything and all, that is actually giving a lot of pain to Krishna. So he's already crying. Now, seeing all these devotees, he's so, he's so confused. He's in such a dilemma that what what should I do? So out of that, he'll say to Uddhava, okay, he'll make one small sign. What is that sign? To bring one paper and uh, a paper and pen. So Uddhava will be like, again, you are like, sending another letter. So he will say, now write this. The paper and pen is not yet there, but he's asking you bring the pen and paper and write this. Krishna is telling to Uddhava. And what is that? What is that he's telling now? You want to know? He's telling again, please tell them that I will soon come to Vrindavan. So it's the same. It's the same thing, right? When Balram went also, I'll certainly come. And Uddhava said, also said, I will go. And Rohini Devi, when she said, yeah, yeah, I will go. So now also, what is that in the letter? It is not something different. It is the same. So now Uddhava is saying, please, 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 he'll beg at Krishna's lotus feet and say, please reconsider this. Don't send this letter. This letter or me going there doesn't solve. It's you. They want only you and you only. Mm. So they cannot survive. They want your lotus feet to be in the Vraja. They want your darshan. They want only you. So please, Krishna, please go. So with that, mm, Balram now is saying, actually, Balram, Srila Sanatana Goswami explains here that Balram when he was returning, he could sense that many Brajavasis died out of, you know, was leaving their bodies out of separation, pain, because of that pain. So he didn't want to say it directly. So he says, like, they are only they're only they rather think if you don't go, their only other option for them is only the death. And how they're going to face the death, they, recently, um, Gaurang Darshan Prabhu was mentioning different stages. First, they will Balramji is staying. Okay, what is that first one? They thought about, like, taking drinking the poison water, that because the Kalia was there, no. So they wanted to drink that poison, but what happened? Because Kalia left, so even the poison also not there, so they cannot do that. They cannot die with that. What is the second option? They want to jump in the Yamuna river, and die. But even Yamuna river has become dry. So they cannot die. Now, what is the third option? Mm, Third option is Govardhan. They want to go on top of the Govardhana mountain and jump from there. But unfortunately, even Govardhana mountain also uh, is melted, and then it's down. So if they jump, they'll only get hurt, but then they will not die. Now, what is the other thing? The other option that they have is the other option that they have is, mm, they'll become go with us. They'll starve themselves. They'll not eat anything. In fact, they're not eating. They're not sleeping. So that also, with that option also, they'll not die. Can anybody say why? Just guess. Now, if they'll uh, can anybody guess? Like, they'll not, even by starving, they'll not be able
Yeah,
to.
they are being nourished by Krishna's love, Mataji.
Ha. Because they are always thinking about Krishna, they are not able to forget Krishna. The Leelas are giving that nourishment. And they're thinking about calling out Krishna with the different names. So when you're taking the Lord's name, then that is giving the nourishment. So that option also is not there. So Balram is saying that option also is not there. So they cannot die with that also. So what is the the last and ultimate one is, they the starvation is over, right? Yeah. So the last one is because everything in Vrindavan is becoming dry. Everything, every tree, everything, everybody is becoming dry now. Because of the dryness, there will be a fire. So now in that fire, because of the separation of from Krishna, everything is dry, and because of the dry, there will be a fire. So in the fire they will. So hearing this, Krishna uh, cried, holding Balram, and Balram holding Krishna, both are crying, and they fell, they became unconscious. Now when they fell, they became unconscious, all are crying, right? So with all this cry, all this, so loudly that they're crying, so loud, it actually went to, till Dwaraka, that assembly. So all the Yadavas heard this, what is this bad omen? And then why this cry? They never heard such thing. It's always like, very happy moments. So what is happening? So they'll run and come and see that, Krishna and Balram, they are crying, and all the queens, mother, everyone are crying. So they did not understand. And, this went up to Brahmaloka. It went all around. and it went up to Brahmaloka. And Brahma became so disturbed. I mean, he was like, "Where is this coming? We never ever heard such a thing." So uh, they came to this place, to Dwaraka. And when Brahma saw, oh, sorry, I should have shown this. Yeah. And yeah, Brahma saw Brahmaloka in Brahma. When Brahma witnessed this, he couldn't understand. He was actually shocked to see his own father, his own guru, his own supreme, mm, the Godhead, Krishna, is in is in the pool of tears. And one thing he could understand, that this is not just a cry that we cry, huh? It's not that pain. It's the Krishna is crying due to that transcendental love for his devotees. He doesn't know what to do. He wants to go. He wants to see here everyone crying, over there everyone crying. So he's he's unable to, uh, what to do. Letter doesn't work. Sending devotees doesn't work. So what to do? So then Brahma, he had a plan. He meditated. He uh, thought what should be done. So because Krishna is again in his heart, so Krishna will only inspire him. So Brahma thought a plan, and he called Garuda. And he called Garuda. Garuda was in a mood of seeing all this. He was also lost. He was calling Garuda, Garuda, once, twice, thrice. Then he had to call him off from all the mouths. And then Garuda came to conscious, and then he said, "See, we have to do something. There is a Nava Vrindavana, new Vrindavan." Uh, so when yeah, and then he said there is a new Vrindavan near in beside this Dwaraka, between this Raivataka mountain and Dwaraka sea. So you take both Krishna and Balram without disturbing in that sleep state. You take them and place them there. Mm. And then when he placed them there, what happened was Balramji woke up. Balramji woke up, and Balramji woke up, and he saw he's in this new Nava Vrindavan. And when he saw what happened, he understood the plan. So immediately he changed himself. He was like a king, right? So he changed his dress. He became like a gopa. Hmm. uh, he became like a gopa, uh, dressed like a gopas, one of the gopas. And then he also changed Krishna's dress very nicely. It's explained. Mm. He placed a flute next to Krishna in his waist, and then he also kept the peacock on his head, put the kunjamala, and all the paraphernalia that Krishna carries as a Vrindavan, not as a Dwarkadish. So he changed the whole, the Krishna's outfit. And then what he did is immediately he called out, "Oh Krishna, get up, it's getting late, we have to go." And Krishna is not getting up. And again he called out different names. Oh Giridhari, oh Gopala, all. And then Krishna slowly he got up and he said, so here Brahma, this Nava Vrindavana, uh, this was created in such a way that all the what do you call Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Maya, Gopa Gopis, and even Radharani, everything was like there. Like, how many of you have gone to Govardhan Eco Village? Mm, I feel, I mean, when I was reading this and when I went there to Govardhan Eco Village, we could simply, relate this pastime over there. Um, so, everything Vishwakarma had designed so well, um, that even he had kept, a butter in the hands of Yashoda Maya. So exactly where this Garuda had placed is, like, Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Maya is there, and they're waiting. Their forms are, there. Uh, so Krishna woke up and he saw Yashoda Maya and Nanda Maharaj with a, like, with a doubt. Why? Because they are like kind of shocked. So Krishna thought, oh, because I overslept. No, that's why they are shocked. And then he said, oh, Maya, so sorry. Please, forgive me. Today I overslept. I'm already late. I had a very, very long dream. Very long dream. And I have to go now. I'm already late. I have to go. I'll come and explain to you everything. So he's saying this to Yashoda Maya, and then, he's looking again and again, and, they are still in the same same position. Because they are forms. I mean, they're not real. They're forms. Mm, so immediately what Rohini Devi will do is, Rohini Devi, by the way, so Garuda gets Krishna and Balram, right? Like that, Garuda will go and bring even all the ladies. Actually, yeah, he'll bring all the ladies, Rohini Devi, Devaki, Rukmini, everyone will come. All his wives and his mothers also will come. But they'll be in a, they are hiding and seeing all these pastimes, and Rukmini Devi is there, and Rukmini Devi gets worried if Krishna and Balram, I mean, if Krishna gets to know that, these are forms and it's not real, then he'll get worried. So what she'll do is immediately, Krishna, Krishna, you go, you carry on, I'll send you the lunch. We'll send you the lunch, to wherever your play place. So you go. It's getting late. So he'll run, and while running, there's such a beautiful thing that Srila Sanatana Goswami has covered, that Krishna's favorite thing is what? Butter, right? So that is kept in the hand of Yashoda Maya. Matlab, means like that form is there, and, in the hand that butter is there. Usually when Krishna is going to the forest, she usually asks Krishna, you forgot this, you take this, you take this, and then she'll also give a butter. So, he just comes and, he just takes like this and go that butter, and then, he goes, and when he goes there, he saw all his friends, and he'll meet his friends, and then he'll remember. Then Balram remembers that, he wants to meet gopis, and also he'll take very close to the gopis, and then he'll smile to everyone, and he'll very, very fast, very swiftly, he'll go to Srimati Radharani, and then he'll say, oh, you seems to be, are you angry? Are you well? How are you? Are you angry with me? I have to tell you so many things. I had a long dream, and in my dream, I went to Mathura. I married thousands and thousands, princes, and I had sons, I had grandsons, I had great grandsons. Oh, so many things to say, but I don't have time now. I'll come and meet you later in the night. So. So sorry that I came late, and like that, he looks, and then even Radharani is also like, not blinking, seeing. So he thinks that, because I'm late there, but then, it's I have to go to play with the Gopas. If I spend more time with the Radharani, how is it? So he'll just say, and he'll come. I'll meet you in the night. I'll meet you in the night, and then he'll go, and he'll call out Sudama, all his friends, and he'll say, "Come, let's bring the cows, and we'll go to Yamuna. There's a water there. We'll go there, and then let the cows drink water." So they're close to the sea. So cows are drinking. I mean, he's saying that, and then he's walking in the water. When he's walking on the water, suddenly he feels he's playing. He's assuming that, okay, he's playing with the covered boys and all. He's calling everyone. Of course, when he was going there, he could see the Rastali, where the Rasalila happened, the Gopas, and he's calling everyone, "Come, come, come." Now he's in the water. He's going inside the water and he's walking. Suddenly he saw, like, the waves, and then the big, big sounds. You might have seen in that Dwaraka, right? So suddenly he looks, what is this? What's this? And then why am I here? And then he'll turn to Balram. And he'll turn to Balram, and what is this? Where are we? And then Balram says, "Oh, who am I?" I mean, he looks, and he says, "Who am I?" And yeah, you are Vaikuntavasi. You are Dwarkadish. Like that, Balram will say, and he will reveal, and then immediately he didn't want to say that. The whole thing, but he will, to change his mind, he'll say, "Oh, you have come to this earth by the prayers of devatas. All the devatas prayed for you, for their protection. So usually you come and take the birth in this, you appear in this birth, sorry, appear in this earth, to protect the devotees, to kill all these demonic. So now Pandavas need help. So please get ready, thing." So immediately what Krishna will do is, Krishna will, yeah, let's go, let's fight, let me kill all this, the demons. And like that, he just takes his hand, and then, he touches, then, that's the instead of that khati, it's like, the knife, he gets that flute, and he looks himself. Till then he has not looked at himself, right? He was thinking, okay, he's a covered by. Now Balramji is saying that, you are you are a king, you are a Dwarkadish, and also now when he looked, he's not. I'm a coward boy. What's all this? What's going on? So then the Balramji will narrate the whole thing, how this Navavrindavan was created, why this was created, and what happened, the whole thing. And then they laugh at each other, with I mean, because all these are forms, and it's not real. And then he'll call the Garuda, and they'll go back, and to the uh, Dwaraka's palace. And yeah, at the same time, what happens is when Krishna, when who is that? Rohini Devi has already seen Devaki. For Devaki, this is the first time, right? Devaki had never seen Krishna in this form, cowherd boy. And when she saw this, she became so joyful. So Acharyas explain here that when she saw him, she remembered, like, though she didn't had kids after that, after Krishna, her her breast was filled with milk, and it was pouring, it seems. So it's out of so much of motherly love, and she enjoyed that Gopa's form. She enjoyed, and she also, like, felt um, how I mean, she thought about how Yashoda Maya and Nanda Maharaj, went through by seeing all these pastimes, by seeing, uh, for this whole Gokula, Vrindavana, the whole pastimes. So she was so overjoyed. And now the other side, Rukmini Devi and other all the wives, they were also, like, overwhelmed because uh, they what had happened, they had seen in the night, like, calling out the Vrajavasis, the gopis, and all. Right now they could see how Krishna is enjoying so with so much of love. He's calling everyone and he's jumping. He's in that joyous mood which he was not shown in the it was not shown in the Dwaraka, where they had not seen this in the Dwaraka. So uh, instead of feeling that envy, they were so happy, except Satyabhama. And then so yeah, they all return. Garuda will help them to bring back everyone. And one more thing happens is Narada Muni becomes very um, like, because of this his question, right? Because he came up with the question, who is that? Who is the recipient of Krishna's mercy, made Krishna cry, and this whole Nava Vrindavan and this whole thing happened, right? I mean, that crying and all this happened, right? So he becomes little disturbed, and then he'll go into the clouds, and then he'll be watching watching all this thing. I mean, in a very hidden state. He'll not be seen by others, but yeah, he's seeing everything. So yeah, now he goes. They go back, and uh, now Krishna wants to. Uddhava understands that Krishna wants to reveal his heart. Understanding that, both the mothers, Rohini Devi and um, Rohini Devi and Devaki, they'll go to the kitchen, for cooking. And Balramji also leaves because he'll say, I have to go and take bath, and he leaves. And Uddhava will engage Padmavati because this is a very confidential thing, discussion would happen, and he doesn't want her to interfere. And all the queens also, like, will go into their chambers. Now, who is there? Only Krishna and Uddhava are there. Now, uh, Krishna asks, Uddhava, please tell me what happened, and how did these queens, like, Rukmini Devi and mothers, uh, Devaki, they all felt. I want you to explain every detail. So then Uddhava will explain how Padmavati was, uh, jealous, but spiritual jealous. She actually asks all the queens because they will be glorifying them, no? So she'll say, you have to go and become a maids of these gopis. And then he will say how uh, Devaki will appreciate and glorify uh, Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj. Actually, both of them did tapasya. What was the the previous name of Yashoda Maya and Nanda Maharaj? Anybody remembers? Dara. What is the other name? Mm. Okay. So the previously, it's not one birth. They had done the tapasya uh, for many births, many births. So Devaki and Vasudev, when Krishna appeared, and when Krishna asked, they said, we wanted you to be our son. But Yashoda Maya and Nanda Maharaj asked asked benediction that they want to see his pastimes. So that is the sweetness thing. So she says that Yashoda and Nanda Maharaj are great, very great devotees than us, is what. Mm. Yes, Mataji, you want to say something? Manga Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji. That only Mataji, I heard somewhere previously. This is Yashoda is the wife of Bali Maharaja. At that time, when he came as a Vamana Avtara, when she saw him, she thought of him as to serve him as a mother with. So that she took birth as Yashoda next birth.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, but I think in the previous birth they were called Drona
Yeah,
and Dhara.
yeah. One of the birth also
One
this.
of the birth, the
Yeah.
previous one, yes. So yeah. Uh, so she say that they are the both are they are great devotees than us. They glorify, and then Uddhava is now going to narrate what was queens they were thinking. So what did Rukmini say? So uh, Rukmini Devi said, looking at the gopis, that pastimes, basically for everyone's awareness. So they said they gave up everything for Krishna. They renounced, Krishna. I forgot here. Uh, yeah. So this whole thing happened. Yes, remembering his mission, Krishna was okay. Yeah. Yeah. So now they were sorry, Rukmini Devi is saying that they have renounced their husbands, sons, their safety, they gave their body, mind, and life, everything for Krishna's pleasure, just to please Krishna. But whereas we are like we cannot chant Krishna with such love. We are very strict with our religious duties, and we are very much concerned of our social positions. So we should not envy gopis. Instead, we should worship them. We should glorify them. We should glorify their qualities, which is one quality is their unalloyed love for Krishna. So this is what the queen is telling Rukmini Devi is telling to all the queens, and all the other queens are saying yes, yes, yes. But one queen, Satyabhama, hearing this, she became very angry, and she left to her chamber. So here. There's we should not misunderstand our anger. We have to remember that every thing happens because of it's all Krishna's plan. So she basically wanted to reveal the more Krishna, what is there in Krishna's heart. So Satyabhama actually becomes very angry. She goes off, and Krishna gets very angry, and he'll ask Uddhava to bring her here. And he says, "Oh Satrajit." He doesn't say, "Oh Satyabhama." He says, "Satrajit, you became angry when I got the Parijata to Rukmini Devi. That same anger you're showing now when you got to know that Brajavasi's love uh, is greater than them, greater than all of you." And then he will there is a long, very long detail how he explains mm, what is real Brajavasi's love and how he actually marries, why he actually marries. Of course, Rukmini Devi will write a letter, and her beauty reminds the gopis of Brajavasis. And actually, Krishna is not interested to marry anybody, but but because she wrote a letter, and her love was reminding Gopi's love. That's why he married, and then he'll tell. Otherwise, I have so many thousands and thousands gopis in Braja. Hmm? And he says that, the love that they gave, that I cannot reciprocate. And he explains very, very sweetly, Mataji's. I mean, it's something very, very confidential. This is something that, I can just say like a parrot, but this is something we cannot understand. I cannot understand. Uh, I don't have qualification to say also, but I'm just repeating like a parrot. So Krishna is telling that Brajavas is, love. They were ready to do anything and everything for Krishna. They didn't care, for any kind of name, fame, or anything. Whereas, though the Dwarka queens also, like, very come to that stage of that Madhurya Leela, Krishna is now revealing, saying that they are the ultimate, the perfection, that their love is ultimate perfection. So, uh, of course, if Satyabhama wouldn't be angry, we would not know what was the love that, or what was the feeling, or what was the, what was that thought about, Brajavasis that Krishna had in his heart, right? So the whole thing he will reveal, and especially he says, uh, Srimati Radha Gopis, and in that Gopis, Srimati Radharani is the supreme perfection. And then he says that the highest love, it only belongs to Vrindavana, because they don't have that godliness. They don't treat Krishna as like, Bhagwan. And they are very with sweet and very so much of intimate. You take Vatsalya, you take Dasya, you take anything, Santa, all the top five rasas. Um, Everything is like, the topmost. So now all this he'll say, and then again, when Krishna is explaining all this, he's actually saying, now I don't know. I could have gone there, but if I go there, it will cause more pain to them. How is that? The first thing, I'm separated now. If I go there, they will be always thinking that, oh, Krishna has come now, but they want to spend more pastimes with me. And with that pastimes, they may think that, okay, Krishna will leave us now. So with there is that also, so there is like, me being there also, there will be in the mind, there is that separation. They are thinking about, oh, Krishna may leave. So they may die, they may leave their body thinking that, yes, we can see Krishna now, but Krishna will leave us now. Will leave us now. So I am. Krishna is saying, I really don't know what to do. Being away also is like, a pain. Going to them will give even more pain, and that is why I'm staying here and holding my heart. Uh, and he reveals. I mean, this is the Acharya's explain. And in the last, yeah, when he's saying that, it is actually going into very intense mode. So Uddhava understood, and Uddhava said, he made a sign to all the queens, uh, distract Krishna, otherwise, he goes into that Vrajavasi's mood, then he'll be more pained, because only Uddhava can understand what is the inner thing that's going on. Of course, the gopis will understand, but now at this point of time, only Uddhava can understand. So immediately, the Dwaraka queens, Rukmini Devi and other prime queens will distract, and immediately even Devaki Mataji and Devaki Maya and Rohini Maya will come and say, oh, it's time for prasadam, let's have, and then they bring big uh, oh, sorry, not yet. Wait. So then suddenly Krishna will see Narada Muni, and Narada Muni is in a state of very ashamed state, and then standing in a corner, and he'll say, "Why, Narada Muni? Why are you standing there? Please come." So then Uddhava explains that he's feeling a little low because this whole this whole Leela happened because of him, and it caused pain to you. So Krishna will go and get Narada, bring Narada, in his hands, and he'll say, "No, never think that. It is you actually reminded me, and that the Brajavasis love the pastimes, and also um, because I'm so happy with it. You asked for benedictions." So Narada Muni asks first to clarify two things. He'll ask. One is, clarify that all these devotees, who are those devotees whom he met from Brahmana in uh, first one is Prayag, right? From Prayag, then South India king, and then Indra, Brahma, Shiva, Prahlad, Hanumanji, Pandavas, Yadavas, Uddhava, now the queens in Dwaraka, right? All these, so they are all great, and they're all this one, but then they were so humbly, they were crediting others. They were mm, not accepting the mercy, the great mercy that you gave, they have received. They were rejecting that and glorifying the others. And second one, he'll also say that, please explain, give a little clarity on that. What is it? And the second thing, he also says that, please see that no one should be ever satisfied with your mercy. And so Krishna will laugh and say, "What kind of a benediction you are asking?" I mean, Krishna says that his mercy is like just like infinite ocean. It always increases. In fact, if somebody receives mercy, it's like they'll desire for more and more and more and more. So Krishna explains the whole thing, how each of these devotees are perfect in different stages, um, different types. The like also rasas, Vatsalya rasa, then uh, Dasya rasa, Shanta rasa, all this he'll explain, and finally he will say again that the gopis, are the ultimate supreme perfection, and they are the best recipient. In that, Srimati Radharani is the uh, best supreme recipient of Krishna's mercy. And then Krishna will say, "You ask one more benediction. These two are again for others. You ask for yourself, like you ask another one." So then then Nada Muni will ask that I should always go everywhere and chant always chant your names and your Braja Leelas. And anyone who simply hears this Braja Leela, when they appreciate, they should also receive this pure love and this bhakti, this unalloyed devotion. Uh, so he says, and you know what Krishna will do? Krishna will grant the boon and he'll show his abhayas. He'll say, yeah, let it be, let it be. And then he says, yes, uh, whatever you desire, it'll be fulfilled. So, this is the ultimate thing, Mataji's, that what is the thing that we should do? First thing is we should always remember in a very humble state. Mm. In case if we are receiving any mercy also, we should ask for more and glorify other devotees, being in a humble state. And second, always give this Harinam and share this Brajalila or discuss or read, hearing and chanting. This should go on to receive Krishna's mercy more and more, because he himself is, showing the Abhayasta, so he always shows, right? So yeah, that's about this Canto 1. And from here, the another question would start, which will actually reveal Canto 2, that we will see sometime. Mataji, thank you. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I just copied this because I really wanted to say this. I know I did not prepare much. Even if I prepared, I couldn't express it. I'm not a good preacher. I couldn't express or narrate this Brihad Bhagavatamrita properly. But in case if there is anything you heard which has inspired you, which has, you felt good in your heart, it's only because of Karuna Radhika Mataji, my Shiksha Gurus, and my Guru Maharaj, and in front of me, my Panchattva, they did that. Nothing of me. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Thank you, Karuna Radhika Mataji. Thank you for having faith in me. And helping me to narrate this. Hari Bol.
Thank you.
Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Absolute faith in you. You can deliver the nectar nicely. Yours is just not reading, it's a realized knowledge.
No,
So I know it will touch hearts. Yes, Mataji. Thank you so much.
thank you, Mataji.
Anybody has any questions?